If Apple really just bought itself a sturdier chip lifeline, the question isn't $30 billion. It's control. Because 15 billion tiny US-made parts can change who has leverage when supply chains get ugly.
Right, and Apple says this expanded Broadcom partnership covers more than $30 billion in US-made chips. That sounds abstract, until you remember every iPhone lives or dies on boring little connectivity parts.
Exactly. Reuters and company announcements put the number at more than 15 billion chips. Not one flashy AI processor. The plumbing, wireless components, the stuff nobody brags about until it breaks.
And here's the first twist. This lands while chip stocks are wobbling. So Apple isn't just shopping during a boom. It's locking in capacity when the whole semiconductor trade feels nervous.
The Broadcom piece matters because this isn't some random supplier. Broadcom has been deep in Apple's radio and connectivity stack for years, the invisible layer that makes premium devices feel seamless.
But the part that should really wake people up is geography. Apple is effectively saying, we still build globally, sure, but some critical choke points need American soil under them.
And Apple pointed to Fort Collins, Colorado, where Broadcom is sinking $1.5 billion into expanding the fab for these advanced radio parts. That's not a branding flourish, it's real supplier depth on American soil.
Now, fair point. This doesn't mean your next iPhone is suddenly fully made in America. Final assembly is still a giant global machine. This is about hardening the most fragile links.
And that's why the number is so interesting. 15 billion chips isn't a pilot program. That's volume. That's Apple designing future product generations around a supplier relationship it wants protected.
Here's where it gets political, without anyone saying the quiet part too loudly. Washington wants more semiconductor work at home. Apple wants less exposure to shocks. Broadcom gets a huge anchor customer.
And investors heard that immediately. Broadcom shares jumped after the announcement, even as broader chip indexes struggled. That split tells you the market liked the deal, not the whole sector.
The risk, though, is concentration. Apple loves control, but big custom supply commitments can become expensive if demand shifts, technology changes, or the next wireless leap comes from somewhere unexpected.
Still, I think the signal is bigger than the spreadsheet. Apple is treating supply chain security like product design now, not backstage operations. A feature, maybe even a moat.
So that's the payoff. 30 billion isn't just buying chips, it's buying leverage before the next supply shock. Smart resilience or Apple overpaying for control? Tell us below.
That's all for today. Stay ahead in AI and tech. Follow the channel, like, and subscribe. See you next time.